YouTube! Ow. According to my analytics, over 60% of you aren't subscribed. Why?
People, including Nipsey Hussle.
What?
Yes. Nipsey Hussle is one of my spirit guides, and I've just worked with his energy and guidance since his death.
Where do you get your news from?
From
Watch this
divine
video.
source, from God. We are a prophetic justice.
Should I?
I've kind of been searching for the truth my whole life. And one time I just came across a video that was about Biden and Kamala Harris and
Hello, Judy.
Clinton and Obama. They are Satan worshipers, Satanists.
What?
They're Satan worshipers, 100%. And I couldn't wait to tell my family. And they just go, they just said, you're crazy. Trump's the worst.
How does that make you feel?
Sad, I cry all the time.
Well, all right.
But I just keep praying. That's all I do. I just keep praying and asking God to open their eyes. I have a beautiful family. They're just blind.
Which family member do you miss the most?
Probably my baby sister. I told her we're in a spiritual warfare. This is between good and evil, and she rolled her eyes.
What was her name?
Meg. We go and have wine together and
Lee.
lunch together, and it's gone.
Man, I hope she's getting
Wish
help.
you had never stumbled upon.
Once you learn, you don't turn back. I know what God wants of us and what Jesus wants, and it's what Trump wants, and it's what the Patriots want. I would never turn back, no matter how many of my family I lose.
All right, Alpha, thank you very much.
Where we going?
I'm gonna need a heads up when to skip.
God, Jehovah, you are the most high God. You are the most high
I have been
God.
censored 3 times, disabled, permanently disabled on Facebook. Censored, permanently suspended. They don't like my Q flag. They don't like my Q mobile, and they sure the hell don't like me in my Q Patriot costume.
Where we go one, we go all. I don't even say the M word anymore, right?
What?
The M word. It's a dirty word. It's now I have my own words instead of the words that I know the algorithms are gonna shut me down.
Can you tell us what words you use for which we're not going to shut you down?
Mask, the face diaper, vaccine, the jokey pokey, and election fraud. The obvious fraud. See, people don't understand everything that we've learned from day one has been a lie. We never were on the moon. No, I don't think the Hitler situation is as bad as they said it was either. That was the Rothschilds, that was the Rockefellers. Those are naughty words in social media. I got banned forever on Facebook.
You're watching Channel 5.
After a hectic few weeks on the road, covering events like the Pickup Artist Boot Camp in Las Vegas,
America is back open, baby. It's makeout time.
Including my first solo documentary about 2 twins in Marin City, California.
We've been everywhere and on every bitch.
I doubt it.
I decided to dive back into the world of right-wing politics. That's when I discovered the
I
God and
can't
Country
wait.
Patriot Roundup, a 3-day event in Dallas which cost $3,000, not including a stay at the Omni Hotel in Dallas, which cost an additional $1,000. What I found there was a couple hundred patriots with one thing in common.
I have been banned from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. This is
Flexing.
Joe Biden's daughter's diary. I used to make videos like reading it out loud.
I've lost 2 YouTube channels, 3 Twitters, and 4 Facebooks. Every time it's like, yes, I'm winning.
Why'd you get banned?
The so-called Pizzagate conspiracy theory.
Well, first of all,
Ooh,
I had like
pizza.
300,000 subscribers on YouTube. The last couple of videos I did were all about the Hunter Biden laptop issue. Within 48 hours of putting those out, they just deleted my channel right away. And then within 2 weeks of that, I was deleted off of Twitter as well.
Yes, we were recently kicked off Twitter because of a confrontation I
He looks
did
like he's gonna
with
cry.
the VP of Integrity at Facebook.
If we weren't making a difference, if it wasn't that important, why would they spend so much effort and energy into it?
I mean, all of Silicon Valley is like run by the Chinese, so.
We're in
Hi,
war.
yo,
It's no different
that's
than
my hometown.
what they were doing to the Jews and
We are
doing
not.
different things. They silence them. They're just doing it through social media and electronically now.
It's a war of the minds. It's psychological, right? It's emotional. It's mental. It's actually worse than having bullets and missiles.
The only real difference between woke supremacists and the Nazi
Stay
supremacists,
woke.
the white supremacists, the old South, is the technology available to them. They don't need to put the Jews, the other, into ghettos because they can now electronically ghettoize us. They, in fact, this Jew is electronically ghettoized. They have removed my voice from the community. I am endlessly being imprisoned in Zuckerberg's gulags. And again, it serves exactly the same purpose as Stalin's gulags. Woke people, wake up. It's pretty ridiculous to be outraged by a misgendered toy plastic potato. It's pretty ridiculous to be outraged by the shape of a syrup jar shaped in the design of a beloved black ant.
Are you talking about Mr. Potato Head and Aunt Jemima?
Mr. Potato Head and Aunt Jemima. It is ludicrous to be outraged by a drawing in a 70-year-old children's book of a hard-working Asian man that was somewhat cartoonish. Because you know what? You know why it was cartoonish? Because it was a cartoon. Because it was a cartoon.
It sucks, but that's why we fight.
And now what we've done is between President Trump and people like Q and podcasts like myself, we had a voice. We are the news now. When people want to know the truth, where do they go?
Alternative platforms like Rumble, BitChute, DLive, Twitch, Foxhole, Pilled,
Don't
Clout
say
Hub,
Twitch.
PureSocial.tv.
I use Telegram a lot. I love Telegram. I have great group chats on there.
What is that?
I do a lot of stuff in the community, in the streets. I go stand at squares and hold signs for the kids. Operation
Oh,
1009,
God.
Save Our Children, and human trafficking.
We have to return to the oldest technology of all, which is one-on-one conversation.
So I guess
High-tech.
everyone at this event is pretty much deplatformed there. So I guess this is kind of like the way for them to network, hang out.
Is he not
figure
part
out
of
what's
it?
next. How you doing?
Big fan, bro.
Hell yeah, dog. What's on your mind?
I just met a group. They're called like Down for the Revote or something, and they're like doing a Justice for Prince thing. They think like a few days before Prince was gonna die, he was gonna out Hillary Clinton on like eating and raping children.
Let's go find them.
You say
Hey, how you doing?
No one in the whole universe will ever compare.
Prince was murdered, and we absolutely have already proven it by mathematical standards. Prince had been exposing
Mathematical
things about deep state, Illuminati, cabal. I call it the Worldwide Communist Network. And
Somebody
and I
ask
think
her
we
what the
all
square
know
root
that
of
when
9
you do
is.
things like that and you
Please.
use your celebrityism and your platform to speak these truths that are not allowed, right, by the one-eyed crew, then you get hit.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Chester Bennington's the lead singer of Linkin Park. He and Chris Cornell were going to expose Hillary Clinton's pedophilia. Jeffrey Epstein was essential in facilitating quite a lot of this. He is responsible for the murder of multiple people, including Nipsey Hussle.
What?
Yes. Nipsey Hussle is one of my spirit guides. And
It
I've
hurts so
worked
bad.
with his energy and guidance since his death.
Where do you get your news from?
Space, could you change my
From
title if
Di-
Space is
Divine
here? Can
Source,
somebody
from-
change my
from God.
title to
We are
not
a
have our
prophetic
teaching in it?
justice
'Cause I don't
ministry.
want
I do not watch TV. I don't watch truthers.
Thanks.
I don't watch the internet. I do not really even read books. I've channeled all of my life. I've always heard his voice, and my accuracy is constantly at 99 to 100%.
We're not part of the Q movement. We align with some of the things that
make an argument and then go, my accuracy is always close to 99 to 100%. So, Destiny.
Q has said. We really came out to
There's your line.
network with this community. So love and honor and infinite love and gratitude to Prince and Nipsey Hussle.
Upon further research, I learned that this was not just any Patriot conference. The event is hosted by John Sabal, aka QAnon John, and his wife Amy. These Patriots are avid believers in QAnon, a conspiracy theory that a deep state insider is spreading messages on the image board 8chan
Green
to
screen,
expose
wicked.
people like Hillary Clinton and Bill Gates, saying they belong to an elite cabal of Satan worshiping. I don't know what. Brace, you want to come in here?
QAnon is the theory that an individual or a group of individuals are exposing the deep state, including Hillary Clinton and her baby-eating ways, through the image board 8chan, which also has a lot of child porn. They think either Donald Trump is Q or he's
trolling.
behind it. He is like a Christ-like figure who's come to the office of the presidency in order to arrest and execute every single person who they don't like.
But right now is a weird time to be a Q supporter. For years, Q has talked about the storm, a day of reckoning in which Trump, along with the military, would arrest all the members of the deep state and save the world. But the storm never came.
It's weird to be a QAnon person now because for 5 years, QAnon people have believed that Nancy Pelosi, etc., would be arrested and executed in Guantanamo Bay prison in Cuba. And to this date, not a single person has been.
And on December 8th, 2020, Q stopped posting.
I think the last post was a scene from Last of the Mohicans and then a gif of an American flag flying over a forest. That's basically it.
You want me to skip now? We're only at 9:50.
Connections.
I don't think that the storm didn't necessarily happen. I think that the whole point of it was for a vast majority of people to wake up. There are still things happening. You know, I mean, we've got the audits in Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin.
I trust 100% that there's a plan. I think it's Dan Scavino, Mike Pompeo. I think, you know, we're obviously not
She
allowed
sounds like
to hear
the
about certain
Kardashians
things.
do. She's got some of the same, like,
and, you know,
voice
I have complete
fluctuations.
faith. It doesn't ruin my hopes that, you know, a lot of people aren't talking about it. They don't want to get kicked off Facebook.
Oh, never mind.
Part
She
of
sounds
the
like
reason I
Snooki.
believe we're in this problem is because we've gotten conditioned for instant gratification. Q is the template. It doesn't matter what Q does. It doesn't matter what Trump does until we're willing to participate in something different and be a part of that. See, we are the plan. We are the storm. I think they did their job.
I'm keeping my headset on. I have to pee
Great
again.
Right? They create this boogeyman. That's a nice little thing to just keep beating us about. They try to take an organization like this and create that level of noise that I talked about. QAnon, they're the domestic, they're the new, you know, they're the new shiny object. I don't know what QAnon is. I really
Somebody
don't.
said, these
Really
men
don't.
know something
But I'm
scary,
gonna
it
leave
seems.
here saying, well, do you believe in God?
These men know how to
real sneaky.
satisfy
As he
their
delivered his speech,
narcissism.
vendors in the back sold QAnon hats and t-shirts, and his colleague Sidney
Via the
Powell
internet.
was even wearing a big fat Q on the back of her motorbike jacket.
He claimed to not know what QAnon was, but months before, he took the oath with his entire extended family.
Where we go one, we go all.
Where we go one, we go all.
God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless
Listen,
America.
On the 4th of July last year, where we go on, we go
On the
all.
4th.
He was the military man who knew about the Hillary Clinton scandals and what they've been doing for years. Like, his truth is what brought the movement alive. And, you know, whether or not he's in it, he's the people's general. He woke us up. Whatever it was, he had a role in the Great Awakening. Shout out to General Flynn. Where we go on, we go all.
We just talked to General Flynn, and he said he doesn't know what QAnon is.
Well, media, look what they do when they take little pieces of it, and we've been ostracized, we've been talked about, through our families, we've lost loved ones, wives have walked away, parents, everybody is ostracized.
It's because of the media.
In a
that
certain
his
way
wife
in their
left.
own communities, and it's why give them the opportunity?
Not surprisingly, other speakers followed General Flynn's lead.
What are your thoughts on the whole, like, QAnon thing?
I don't know about it. I really don't. And, you know, I only talk about things I know. Like, are you familiar with arena football?
Arena football? Like the sport?
Yeah, the sport. So, like, my roommate was one of the old owners of one of the teams.
So this you know, event in general has been called a QAnon conspiracy theory rally. Even says, where we go one, we go all on the lanyard. What are your thoughts on that whole thing?
I don't know. I'm just here to talk. Booker T. Washington is the father of black conservatism. His three-point plan of education, entrepreneurship, and self-reliance, we need to bring that back.
I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty of it all.
Wow.
When the sun comes shining through.
That's a really nice
It's the best
voice.
thing that ever happened to black people in
well,
particular. I represent
feel
the hood
differently.
from St. Louis. We kill each other every day in the black community. When a young girl is sitting up on her bed doing her homework and a bullet comes through the window, there's no Black Lives Matter. But as soon as a white police officer grabs a black person the wrong way, put the finger in the face the wrong way, Black Lives Matter. It has nothing to do with the matters of black lives.
What are the undercurrents that are hiding behind the Black Lives Matter movement?
First of all, it was started by two black lesbians who hate the black family.
The war against BLM and Antifa rages on.
Okay, Antifa, I'm speaking to you. So what I saw yesterday is uncalled for. When you're sitting there making up lies about speakers that are involved with QAnon, when you're sitting there spewing ugliness, make sure you know and educate yourself. And don't be spewing out venom.
Midway through our interview, fake news arrived.
Uh-oh!
What's going on? Let's go find out.
He's so excited. Look at him.
What? What am I doing? What's happening?
Some guy got kicked out.
Oh, he got kicked out. Who? He's a reporter. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I work for a turf company, and this shit is so embarrassing. I don't know what that has to do with it.
Try to get in, huh?
But this is embarrassing.
Try to get in, huh? Not good, Will.
Yeah, get out of here. Schmuck. Yeah, I mean, they're not fans of mine. I think QAnon John, who runs it, is not like a huge fan of my reporting, and I think QAnon people just like aren't huge fans of reporters in general. What QAnon tells you is that like the most powerful people in the world just committing the most heinous crimes. They're abusing children with impunity, right? And only you and Donald Trump can stop it. And so if you believe that, then like, yeah, of course you're gonna be on board with QAnon. And I think like part of it is frankly that it seems pretty fun. And look, they call themselves digital soldiers, right? It's like, you're like,
do you feel bad for these people?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I don't feel super bad for like the people who are promoting it and like who I think are often cynically making money and ruining people. But yeah, I typically feel very bad for the average QAnon believer because, you know, it's something that it preys on your emotions, right? It's like almost everyone I know, they have a story about someone they know who has like lost their mind to QAnon.
Yum. Did she just pour a bug out and then continue? Damn. All right. Respect.
No reason. I mean, it should happen. No reason.
What a bizarre collection of people.
Nintendo was shot by skeletons.
Get better content.